What up? Everybody go to Lurenet, code MVPs 15% off. You already know. Hey, everything's expensive right now. Might as well get a discount. Look, WooTungsten.com, best tungsten in the game. Tungsten's getting expensive, so why not go with the cheapest tungsten on the market, right? Best deals, cheapest tungsten, best prices, best way to go. Real MVPs. You already know that's who we are. Custom lures. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, everywhere and in between. That's what it is. That's what it is. You wanna make out like a bandit? You wanna make out like a bandit like I did? Huh? Go to Lurenet. Wow, what up? The real MVPs. And yes, we just had a Lurenet loot drop. You already know. I had to go make out like a bandit. Yeah. So look, check this out. I got a bunch of lures. ICAST just dropped a bunch of new lures. So we got a lot of lures to go over. So everybody be patient, tune in, and this is how we gonna rock it. First things first, we got the Rebel Live Flex Helgramite, right? Alright. Now, you might say what's so special about these lures, right? They're centrifuge. 2 is in the name, Rebel Live Flex. So, everybody's heard of Elastic by Z-Man and Strike King. Well, Rebel has decided that they're going to start making soft plastic lures. Usually they make hard lures like top waters and stuff like that, right? So this is one of their new lure designs, the Live Flex Helgramite. It does have a scent. It does have a scent. I don't know if it's a coffee scent. It's kind of sweet. It's not garlicky. It's more on the coffee end. I don't know how to explain that, but it definitely has a scent. Also, Live Flex. So this bait has a lot of stretch, just like the Elastic. As like I said, you've heard of the Elastic from Z-Man and Strike King, but now Rebel Lure Company has a Helgramite with their own formula called Live Flex, right? So I don't live up north, I live in Louisiana, but hey, we have a lot of bugs, we have a lot of stuff in the water. Why not try it? I fish a lot of ponds, even at lakes. I think this will work. They have 2 that come pre-rigged in the packaging, right? They have 2 pre-rigged Live Flexes, okay? Then they give you your own hook for the other 3. So they come in a packaging like this. That way they don't get bent out of shape and you can keep them stored nice and neat. But you have 2 pre-rigged, you have 3 without any hook in them, and then you have 1 jig hook. Next lure, we got the Bandit. We got the Bandit 50, right? So this little bite-sized crankbait is perfect for your BFS setups, perfect for your little BFS rigs and spinning rod techniques. You can also throw this on a spinning rod, but this is made for your BFS setup, right? So, tiny bite-sized crankbait. Tiny bite-sized crankbait by Bandit. They have the 50 and they have the 50D. The 50D goes up to 6 feet. The 50, which is the one right here, it goes up to 4 feet. The color in this right here is Pearl Splatterback. Yeah, these sit at 3/16 and they sit just under 2 inches. Next we have the Spook Stick and we have the Spook Stick Crawler. So this is a tiny, when I say tiny, it's smaller than your average walking bait, right? Tiny walking bait, slim profile. They say it's castable. Definitely see the rattles on the inside. Hold on. Is this rattle? The crawler barely rattles. As I'm looking at it in the light, I don't see any ball bearings in it. So this is a perfect bait for somebody just learning top water. Also, perfect bait if you just want to show them something different, right? So this, all you do, throw it out, reel it in. Throw it out, reel it in. Perfect. You don't have to walk a dog, you don't have to twitch it, you don't have to stop it, you don't have to do anything. Throw it out, reel it in. That is exactly what that lip right there is made for. So you just throw it out and reel this in. Perfect for a beginner fisherman. Perfect for a kid if you want to get them into tall water. Perfect when the fish are schooling, especially on tinier bait fish. It barely has a rattle. But this right here is a spook stick. Spook stick. Not the crawler, but the spook stick. This has a rattle. You can actually hear the rattle. You can see the ball bearings on the inside. Like I said, this is made for when you need to downsize something that you can cast very well, but it's still a tinier profile. That is exactly what this was made for. Tiny walk the dog action without sacrificing casting distance, right? So that's exactly what this is made for. This is the heading spook stick, and then you have the spook stick crawler. You know, these are what we need as fishermen, not the live scope minnows. Everybody making live scope minnows and fuzzy dice baits and all this and all that. This is what we need. We need innovation in top water. We need innovation in real bass fishing lures, right? So this is beautiful that they're not just thinking, hey, let's make a dice bait. Hey, let's go make a fuzzy ball, or let's go make a live scope minnow. So this is beautiful. This is beautiful. Innovation in top water. That's exactly what fishing needs. Alright, next lure I got is the Heading Spinning Image Junior. You know, just wanted to see what Heading had going with their plopper style bait. I've never thrown one of these, even the bigger one. So just wanted to see what it's all about. The beautiful thing about the Spinning Image Junior is it has a hole right there, so it will create a bubble trail at all times as you're reeling it back. So Spinning Image Junior, it's not as big as a Whopper plopper. Next, Flashpoint Speedwalker. Dude, the packaging is sick. I ain't gonna lie. I know I'm not a snob for packaging and all that, but the colors and just the way that everything is packaged, I don't know, it's pretty sick. Like these these stood out the most out of everything in the box. Alright, there's 3 sizes. We have a 3-inch, a 4-inch, and then you have a 5-inch. So 3 sizes, Flashpoint Speedwalker. Now what's so special about these baits right here is this right, let me get it in focus. Right here, they have a chrome blade on the bottom, right? So, as you can see, boom, just a little bit of added flash. You see, right here, just a little bit of added flash for that top water action. So this is the Flashpoint Speedwalker. We have the 3-inch, we have the 4-inch. The 4-inch is probably the one I would go with. Like if you fish ponds, if you fish lakes, if you just fish everything like all around, the 4-inch is gonna be your golden ticket. And then you have a big one, and then you have a 5-inch. The 5-inch, pretty big, pretty bulky. So like I said, you have the 4-inch, and then you have the 5-inch. The 5-inch and the 3-inch, right? So that 4-inch is that sweet spot. If you're fishing ponds, you might want to go with the 3-inch. If you're fishing lakes, big old bass, and you know they're in there, I'd do the 5-inch. And if you're just a regular fisherman and you really don't know which one you want or which one to go to, the 4-inch, you can't go wrong. The 3-inch is 3/8 of an ounce. The 4-inch is ½ ounce. The 5-inch is 3/4. Next, brand new ICAST release, right? Bobby Garland headlocker jig. So, what's so special about this? They have a little screw right behind the head, a little screw lock right behind the head. Thread your jig right up to it. Screw it on. Now, you have a jig you don't have to glue, and you have a bait that actually stay on thanks to the Bobby Garland headlocker jigs. So I got the Bobby Garland Hyper Grubs. I'm not a big crappie fisherman, but gonna definitely try to use them. Bobby Garland Hyper Grubs. They're on sale right now. Lurenet. Plus, look, they're on sale. Plus, use the code MVP is 15. Then we got the Bobby Garland Itty Bits. Itty Bits. Boom, boom, boom. I believe these are 2 new colors. I believe this is sweet tea with lemon. That is the color of this. And then I believe this is Thump. So, Bobby Garland Itty Bits. I don't believe the baits are new, but I believe the colors are. Next, we have the Yum Mother Bug. Now, what's so special about these? These, as you can see, have a very thin profile. Very thin profile. Made to come in and out of cover, right? Still big profile, but thin, right? So this is so your hook can come through. Also, they have the ribs on the back right here as well. Not only do they have the ribs on the back, right, but they have a special meaty part right here in the back. They have a special meaty part right there where you can hook the end of your hook, right? Here's where they win. Extra meat. You have ribs on the back that your hook can go through. You have a 3D indented part that your hook can set in. Thin profile, kicking legs. This is probably going to be one of the top flipping and pitching baits, if I have to say so myself. Next, you have the Yum Gadget Worm. You have the 6.5 and you have the 5. This right here is going to take place of, see, I throw a trick worm a lot, right? So this right here is going to take place of that trick worm. I know it's made for Nico rigging. They have special indentions that you can put your ring. They have the tail has a small little piece of plastic hanging off of it. It's gonna catch water. It's gonna catch a lot of water and create movement. The bigger one has 3 indentions. It has one right here, one right here, and one right there. It has 3 indentions for your Nico ring or your wacky ring. It has the tail, the weird little tail. The 5-inch is probably gonna be my go-to, if I had to say so. Now, if you know you're around those bigger fish, 6.5 inch, summertime definitely 6.5 inch. But once you get into fall and into the winter, this little 5-inch is gonna be a very, very key player. You have a fat head right there. You can put your nail weight in. You have the indented slots, right? So it's a Nico rigging system. This isn't just a worm that is Nico that you can just Nico rig. No, this is a system created for the Nico rig. But I'm probably not even gonna throw them as intended. That's what's crazy. I'm gonna throw them probably Texas rigged as I would a trick worm, right? Just as I would a regular trick worm.